Hello everyone, I'm Jesus and welcome to the next episode of The Road to Old School MTG. In this episode, I'm going to open two more packages that I just received in terms of one card from round 3, one card from round 4 from the purchases I've made recently. I'm also going to purchase one more card today towards round 4. And I'm just going to also just give you guys a little bit of background in terms of what I've been looking at. I've been trying to find cards also through alternative means, through Facebook, not just eBay. And also, I've been looking at a certain card that I hadn't before. And so I just wanted to update that because I may be including those cards in the deck. So I'm going to explain all that. First, let's just review the deck list so far, what I'm going to open today, what I'm going to get next, and so forth. Okay, so quick recap. In the white are the basic lands. I already had those. Didn't cost me anything. Red was the first round of cards. I already received all of them. In fact, here's my deck so far. Okay, so it's close to 60 by now. In the orange was the round 2. I already got all of those. In the green was the round 3. I was only remaining one more Winter Orb, which one of these is the Winter Orb that I was remaining. And now in the blue, different shades of blue, is the round 4. Round 4.1, I got one Icy Manipulator. I'm still waiting on that. Round 4.2, I got two Sylvan Libraries. I received one of them. So I should be, one of these packages should be one of the Sylvan Libraries, right? So right now I'm going to be opening up the last Winter Orb and one Sylvan Library 4th edition. The Winter Orb was supposed to be revised, okay? And I'm also going to check on the eBay listings just to compare what I received to what was listed. So that remains 3 Icy Manipulators, 4 land taxes to go, 7 cards. But I'll be purchasing one more today. I'll let you guys know about that. All right, so opening up, this I believe is the Winter Orb. So it came in a padded envelope inside, pretty good. Seems like the receipt over covering the card. So this, it's just a receipt. Okay, let me just double check because I had bought 2 of them from different people, right? So I just want to make sure when I post the correct one. So it came in a card sleeve within also a deck sleeve. I think that's what they're called. Okay, looks pretty good. Nice. I like the red. I like the black. I have the red ones. Actually, kind of like the black ones better. Oh well. All right. So it came definitely well packaged. I'm liking it, and within it, a penny sleeve, right? So that's what I want to do with mine. So I want to put penny sleeves in the card and then put them in these, right? But I gotta double check if mines are wide enough for this. It should be, but we'll see. Okay, so just look in the card. 4th edition looks pretty good. Like I can't get a good zoom on this. It's a webcam, so sorry about that. Yep, nothing I do really works on that, but hopefully at least you guys get an idea. It looks pretty good. The back also looks great, right? So the back is usually where you see the age because of the black borders. Yeah, this is excellent condition. Very nice. So let me open up the eBay listing of this and compare it to what I received. So I paid $39 for this, which is pretty good actually. I think the other one that I'm receiving still was more expensive, and it came free shipping, right? So listed as, actually didn't have any rating, right? Just basically just says you gotta just look at the card yourself. Yeah, not really. Um, but the card, the picture was nice quality, really showed off the quality of the card. Yep, definitely light played, right? Maybe you could even say near mint. It's very, very nice, right? And that's right. This with the zoom, right? Just normal uh, look, right? Just from the naked eye, it's looks even better, right? The camera catches a lot of things that we wouldn't really notice just looking at it ourselves. Looks awesome. So absolutely, I think uh, I got what I paid for in a nice price as well, right? 39 free shipping. So one more card. So I still have one more Sylvan Library to go. Also fourth edition. All right. So this one should be okay. So then this one should be the last winter orb that I need. I thought it was the other one actually. So okay. So that's the outside. Within it, some cardboard that you gotta cut. So I've noticed that a lot of people do cardboard stuff. Okay, so this one didn't have any penny sleeve. I mean, it had a penny. Actually, has a deck sleeve, but it had no other form of protection other than the cardboard. But I guess the cardboard did the job. Right, it's still intact. It wasn't bent during shipping, so I guess it worked out. I guess it's equivalent, right? Um, and pretty cool sleeve here. All right, so revised definitely is a revised winter orb, right? So no date at the bottom, and the back looks very nice as well. So yeah, this one, oh, also centering, right? Check it out, just for those who care, right? You can see on this edge here, the border is thinner than the opposite, and then I think no, actually the top and bottom is decent. Is more the sides, right? You can tell one is wider than the other. That's pretty common. All right, so let me open up the listing for this winter orb. Honestly, this may be the best one out of the three. Whoop, I spoke too soon. Now I'm seeing some imperfections, right? So I like to angle it like this, catch things, right, bouncing off. Just looking at it straight though, it looks great, right? So you really have to look for things on this card. But yeah, I do see some markings, right? Just scratches, things, indentations. Honest, all in all, just looking it straight up, it looks fine. So I think that's in general, it's fine. So let me open up the listing for you guys. So $15 for this, pretty good, right? And no additional shipping. And considering it came with all this, I think it was a pretty good deal. I think I paid more for some other ones, uh, right? But honestly, pretty happy $15 for this. Just from the face of it, looks great. You got to angle it to see some imperfections, but who's gonna do that? In regular everyday play. So I'm happy with it. I think it's a good deal for what I got and what I paid. So one more card towards the deck. So I got all three winter orbs. I got them all in revised. So this is one out of two Sylvan Libraries. I still need one more to go. All right. So now let's go to the new card I'm going to purchase today. For that one, so I got a offer Actually, I got an offer from, I think this may be the same Icy Manipulator I had, was comparing the one I bought to this one. So as I've been looking for more Icy Manipulators, they've been harder to find. So last one I paid 140, but with taxes it came to 148, almost 150, but it was in really good condition. Now for to find something similar is like 175, 180, close to 200, right? So it's a bit more. Honestly, I'm not willing to pay that, especially considering what I'm going to tell you guys a little later. So this seller gave me a counter offer, just $5 cheaper, but everything helps. Uh, so I'm gonna get this one for less than 100, and honestly, it's a pretty decent condition, right? I think I said so last time as well. It's got its little things, its dirt here and there. I'm going to research actually right, how to clean things up and so forth. The back is decent, right? Not great, right? So, but honestly, I've seen icy manipulators in worse shape than this for almost double the price. So that's why I'm like taking just this one, because it looks like I'm gonna be waiting quite a bit for icy manipulators, and it's forced me to also look outside of eBay, right? So I'll talk to you guys about that as well. But honestly, this one's fine. I think I'm just gonna just bite the bullet, get it. Uh, okay, all right. So let me go back to my thing. Okay, so let me share this, because I have to click specifically on his counter offer, right? If I just go back to the listing, it'll be the normal price. I was looking at it, wait, that's not what I was supposed to be paying. Okay, here it is, $89.99. Took a little bit off. Okay, accept offer. Yep. Yep. All right, so let me stop this one right here. Right, so I'm just gonna go through. So 104.47 with 649 in tax. I'm putting all this on PayPal credit, everything. Right, the gift financing, so I have several months to pay it off without interest kicking in. And I always keep track of that. I'm good with that. Just balancing what I owe, uh, make sure it doesn't is paid off before it accumulates any interest. Right, so that's no problem. All right, so I'm glad to finish this off, because now it's 2 out of 4 icy manipulators. Now let's go back to the deck list. Right, so round 4.1, I got the one icy manipulator. That's the best one, and all the icy manipulators I'm getting from Unlimited. Right, there were no reprints of icy manipulators in revised or fourth, right? The usual places where I look at. There was one in Ice Age, but it has different art. And there are certain old school formats that do use Ice Age, right? So if I were to play that one, then I could have used the Ice Age Icy Manipulators. Actually, I may have maybe even one or two of the Ice Age ones. Ice Age is, I started around Revised, but barely. Ice Age is where I really started to play a lot more. Uh, so I think I may have seen one or two, but I can use them anyway, right? So all of them I have to get from Unlimited, of course, unless I want alpha or beta, which that's way too much investment. So round 4.1, I got the one icy, which is good condition. Round 4.2, I got the two Sylvans. I just received one more to go. And round 4.3, I'll knock out one more icy manipulator. So that just leaves 6 cards remaining from this deck list, right? So I have 2 more icy manipulators, and then the 4 land taxes. I'll probably start hitting on those land taxes soon after this video. Okay, so now to just also, since I was telling you guys, it was hard for me to uh, find more Icy Manipulators within the condition that I had originally wanted, kind of like the first one that I bought. So I have to resort to buying these because at least at least I'm gonna have some that are excellent condition, some are decent, right? This one's definitely decent, right? There's definitely worse than this, right? So I think this one is looks pretty good, right? Especially hopefully I can clean it up a little bit without any damage. So I think all in all it's okay. Plus it's a little cheaper, and it's like $45 cheaper than my first one, right? So uh, especially with what I'm gonna tell you guys a little later. So I've old school MTG old school marketplace. So this is just where a place where um, people sell their cards. I actually contacted a couple people already. Unfortunately, I was too late for the Icy Manipulators that they were offering. Uh, some of these listings, they put it up, and then by the next day, certain cards are already sold. Right, so I was too late to some of those. But been, um, I've already been looking into that. So as an alternative means uh, to find more cards. Okay, so this is something nice that I've been looking at. So I'll continue to do that. But in addition to the Icy Manipulators, I've also been looking at Savannas. Okay, if you guys remember, this deck list actually has four. It's supposed to have four Savannas in it. So let me share that. Right. So the real deck list that I got this from has two mocks, the pearl and emerald, I believe, right? That's the white and the green, right? Because this is a white and green deck. It also had a chaos orb, and then it had four savannas, right? So all those cards were that's like an additional $7,000 between those seven cards, right? So when I first made this version, um, I consider that too much of an investment, those seven cards. But now that I've been looking more at the Savannas, actually, I'm thinking about uh, also biting the bullet on that and buying some of those. So actually, I've already contacted some people on the Facebook marketplace that I showed you. So we'll see. And actually, I bid on a playset. There was an auction of for a playset of four savannas in very nice condition. And unfortunately, I missed out on it. Actually, I was beat um, for the cards. The winner outbid me, right? So I was like one bid away from buying that, right? And it was more like a spur of the moment kind of thing. Um, but I got close, and so I'm just seeing if I can find that one that I bid on. But just if I can find it, it was just um, it was just okay. I found it here, just four cards, and I was outbid for it. So let me show. So this was the listing. Uh, Sold for revised near mint Icy Manipulator. Oops, my mistake. Savannas revised. So the winner 1,150. I bid 1,125. Honestly, I'm kicking myself. I should have bid at least 1,200. That was my original idea. Actually, a little bit above 1,200, like 1,250, just to give me a little wiggle room. But then, since it was really low, it was actually like at 1,000, and nobody else was bidding. I'm like, actually, maybe I can get away with 1150. I mean 1125, but I was outbid. So, but this inspired me. It showed me that what um I'm willing to spend on four Savannah. So now I'm looking at buying individual ones. I'm also looking at the marketplace that I showed you guys. But just looking everywhere. So that's the reason, kind of the reason why I'm accepting this. What I just bought this Icy Manipulator for $90-ish, when my original plan was I was really considering, right, getting 4 Icy Manipulators in very good condition, near mint, light played condition, like kind of like the first card that I did, right? But now that I may end up spending at least definitely over $1,000 on 4 Savannas, uh, so then uh, I think it's okay now to kind of temper the expectations I had originally had for the unlimited Icy Manipulators. If I can get a good one for a similar price as the first card that I bought, I'll get that, right? So I'm always still going to try to get a better condition card, especially for Icy Manipulator, right? That's a very iconic card, but so are the Savannas, right? So I'm also trying to get uh, pretty good quality Savannas. For that listing that I lost, right, it was 4 near mint. I saw the pictures, I zoomed on it, it looked really good, right? So either I go and buy them individually, or maybe I wait until there's another playset in similar condition, and this time I go a lot harder for the uh, for the bid, right? Because usually these are auctions, and I may have missed other ones, right? Because I was originally just buying only buy it now, right? Where I got my card, I bought it, and my card was already being shipped to me. Okay. Now I am looking at least for the more higher end cards, Icy Manipulators, these Savannas. It may be worth it to also look in bids, and also expanding my search into Facebook, wherever else I think I can look for these cards. Okay, so I may very well be adding the Savannas into this deck list as well. Um, let me show you guys the deck list as is, right? It originally had 4 Savannas and only 3 cities of brass, right? So I may take that out and then take out 3 other basic lands to make those fit in, right? And actually didn't have a strip mine, but the strip mine I'm actually, this one is uh that replaces the chaos orb, right? Because the chaos I have creature destruction, I have artifact and enchantment destruction, but the chaos orb can also kill lands, right? So I thought the strip mine was the one thing that the chaos orb also could have given me that I didn't already have, right? So 1 land destruction here, right? Not counting the Armageddon, right? 1 targeted land destruction. So that was more replacement for that. The 2 Bursts of Paradise were more replacement for the 2 Moxes. But then for the lands, I just put 1 extra City of Brass, and then I just put more basic lands, right? So it's not really uh, the best swap, right? Comparable swap. So if I get I see another good offer for 4 of them, I'm gonna just buy the 4 Savannas, kind of like I missed out on just now. I may, if I see good ones individually in a decent price, I might go that way. But I am definitely seriously considering adding Savannas, right? So if that's the case, this deck list may change a bit to reflect those changes. All right. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. I still have one more, the 1 Icy Manipulator from round 4.1, 1 more Sylvan Libraries from round 4.2, and now the third Icy the second, my mistake, the second Icy Manipulator is from round 4.3. That just leaves 6 cards, 2 more Icy Manipulators, 4 land tags, not counting the Savannas, right? I had originally taken those out, but it's looking very likely for me to add those back in, right? And then I'll update the deck list to reflect that change once it happens. Okay, so we're gonna leave it up to there. As I get more cards, as I make more purchases, I'll continue on with these smaller videos to keep you guys in the loop. But I'm getting very close to finishing up the deck. As according to this deck list, I am now 6 cards away. 4 land text, 2 Icy Manipulators. Right, the Savannas, I could add them and swap in anytime, right? I just got to take out basic lands, right? The fourth City of Brass will be the last one I remove, right? But first, it's just removing basic lands. Um, and I've been considering actually keeping all four cities. We'll see, right? But at least for this version of the deck list, two more ICs, four more land taxes, so six cards away from finishing up the full, at least this version of the deck. And then as I get Savannas, those could easily be added as they come in, right? As I purchase them. All right. So that's the latest update for today. Thank you guys for watching.